I'm Sarah, reporting live from New Hanover County Parks and Gardens. Today we're going to be interviewing different people to find out what they know about pollinators and what threats they might face. Steve, name one pollinator.
Honeybee.
Do you think there are any threats faced by honeybees?
I do.
What's something that you think might be a threat faced by honeybees?
Could it be pesticides?
Good. Nicole, please name one pollinator.
A honeybee.
Do you think honeybees face any threats?
Absolutely.
What's one thing that you think might threaten a honeybee?
Well, I know there's a lot of pesticides that people use that do kill off the bees. Yeah.
Thank you for your participation. Hey Maria, can you name one pollinator?
Butterfly.
Excellent. Do you think butterflies face any threats?
Yes.
Can you name one threat you think a butterfly might face?
A bee.
Okay, thank you. Nicole,
Yes,
name one pollinator.
a bumblebee.
Do you think there are any threats to bumblebees?
Yes,
What might one threat to bumblebees be?
people not planting native.
Okay, Patty, please name one pollinator.
Bumblebee.
Do you think there are any threats faced by bumblebees?
Pollution and people spraying for them to kill them.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Rebecca, please
Yes.
name one pollinator.
Butterfly.
Do you think there are any threats faced by butterflies?
Absolutely.
Name one threat you think a butterfly might face.
Loss of habitat.
As you can see from our interviews, the most common answers tend to be bees when we think about our pollinators. However, there are a lot of different species of insects that are actually pollinators, and they do face a lot of threats throughout their entire life. Pollinators can include things like butterflies, beetles, flies. They can also include other animals like hummingbirds and bats. As you heard, there are quite a few different threats to pollinators. Two of the big ones that people are able to recognize are habitat loss and pesticide use. Habitat can really change depending on the type of pollinator that you're talking about, but native plants play a huge role in how these animals have evolved. Flowering plants, as well as grasses, shrubs, and trees, provide tons of habitat for all of these animals. They also provide resources throughout our entire food chain. As we develop land, we change what that habitat looks like. There are over 40 million acres of lawn throughout the world, and over 85% of the land in North Carolina is privately owned. We need to look to our own backyards to try and help these animals and create more habitat. By utilizing native plants and things like keystone species, plants that support a lot of different animals, you're actually providing habitat in the adult stages of our animals' lives, like the food that they're eating, or for instance, this pipevine caterpillar who's feeding on the leaves of this Dutchman's pipevine. These animals need all of this habitat in order to be able to complete their life cycles. Habitat can also change throughout the seasons. Wintering habitat is also very important. This is a winter habitat of our pollinator garden. It looks a lot different than spring, summer, and fall, but it's still providing space for these animals to overwinter by using leaf litter to stay warm and sticks and plants that are still upright in order to hide and overwinter in different stages of their life. Pesticide or insecticide use has caused the decline of a variety of species of insects. A lot of times these are sprayed onto our crops to eliminate pest problems or to eliminate things like mosquitoes. We can work together to make sure that we are using the best practices in our agricultural areas to ensure that we are not affecting all of our native insects and pollinators. We can also do things in our own backyard, like using mosquito dunk to eliminate mosquitoes in our space. Another threat these animals face is climate change. As our temperatures change and we have increased fires or drought, or extreme weather events, it does affect how the plants and animals both interact. Remember, this relationship is very important. Without one, there is not the other. And together, they must be able to survive. We can work together to be mindful about our impacts on the environment, and we can also work together to provide better habitat for all of these animals. The best ways we can do that is start to transform our own backyards. I can bet that once you do that, you'll start to see an oasis for all of the wildlife that live locally in our area.